Sony finally responds to multi-platform expansion backlash. Sony sues Tencent over Horizon Zero Dawn. And lastly, we've got a Horizon franchise update. All that and more in today's video. Please like the video, subscribe to never miss a gaming update, and share the video to help grow our community. We'll also be talking about comment of the day. Be sure to leave a comment as you could be featured in the next video. Now let's talk about this Sony response, as fans started emailing Sony and complaining and voicing their concerns about this multi-platform expansion job posting. And Sony responded in quotes, "While we continue to explore new ways to grow and evolve the gaming ecosystem, we are committed to preserving the unique identity that PlayStation represents. As we have in the past, we will always listen to feedback from our community, including valued players like you, and ensure that our decisions are aligned with the experiences you expect from PlayStation." So it looks like this is allegedly a response to someone who sent an email. There is a screenshot as well, but again, you know, and unless you see the exact email and the address that it's coming from, there is some room for suspicion in that case. But as far as this goes, this isn't exactly a response that I wouldn't expect to come from PlayStation, given that it's not very transparent in what they're saying, right? It seems very much PR speak as a response. So I think it's a believable response, and I think it's believable that Sony said this, but I definitely think there is some room for skepticism as far as how valid this is. But being that it wasn't very direct as far as saying, hey, we're not going to be doing that, or we're whatever it is, they seemed very much just dodging the question in itself, or dodging the answer that people were looking to get. As far as, you know, PlayStation goes, they're going to do what they want to do. They're going to do it regardless of how people are feeling, unless they noticed a major difference in their finances. Until their financials get hit, they will not succumb to pressure, and not easily. It takes a lot for PlayStation to bend, and in this case, I just don't see them bending. As far as whatever their future plans are. Again, we don't know if it's going to be a case of a lot more first-party single-player games coming to the Xbox platform, or if it was just a situation for games as a service and also for smaller games like Lego Horizon. But as far as it stands right now, this is allegedly the response that Sony has given us to fans emailing them. Now, as far as I think fans emailing them goes, I think if you're upset about something and you want to email them, go ahead. Personally speaking, I think there's time better spent in other areas, but people are going to do what they want to do. And whether that is effective or not is another question in itself. I think it's just not until it starts to hit their wallets. Once it hits their wallets and their financial books, then Sony will definitely start to think about how they're going to react in this case. But as it stands right now, I just don't see this as a confirmation that they are going to back off their multi-platform expansion strategy. I think that they've got a strategy in mind. Whatever that strategy is, whether it be multi-platform games as a service games, or smaller Lego Horizon type games, or if it's going to be single player first party games, look, we don't know yet, and we're going to see what Sony does in the near future. I'm not going to tell you that that's not going to happen, because I think it would be disingenuous. I think that it's possible that that could happen, and I'm also not going to tell you that it is everything, because I also don't know that that's the case either. Everybody seems to have some sort of agenda as far as pushing the narrative, and I just like to think that we should just, in all honesty, just wait to see what PlayStation does and see what they decide to do in the future for their games. And we will know soon enough, I assure you, if they're intending to do this big multi-platform adjustment or shift with their future flow of projects. We'll know about it, and we'll know about it more and more as they speak more to investors, and as well as how they release their games. But let me know what you guys think about this response from Sony. Do you think it's legitimate, or do you question it? And do you think this means anything? Let me know down below. Now, next we're talking about Sony suing Tencent for allegedly ripping off the Horizon video game series. So Sony has sued Tencent for copyright and trademark infringement in California federal court, accusing the Chinese tech conglomerate of ripping off its popular Horizon series of adventure games. Sony said in a lawsuit filed on Friday that Tencent's upcoming Light of Motiram is a slavish clone of its games that copies several distinctive Horizon elements and threatens to confuse buyers. So this is something that obviously, you know, if you look at both games, they look very similar. You can tell the inspiration was quite obvious where it was coming from. But even further to solidify Sony's claim on this lawsuit, Tencent wanted to work with Sony on the Horizon IP. They wanted to do a Horizon game with them, and Sony didn't want to do it. And so here we are looking at this game that Tencent made, and it's quite obvious what they went for and what they wanted to do. Now, the game looks half decent. I'm not going to lie. It looks pretty decent as far as what it is. Would I play it myself? I don't know. I'd probably try it, but I don't even know that we're going to get that far. I think at this point, you know, this lawsuit's going to it's just going to go in Sony's favor with flying colors, given the entire history behind it and also just how much they resemble each other. It is so blatantly a ripoff. There's no question about it. Anybody looking at this would know that this is 100% a ripoff of Horizon. So very interesting to see this kind of play out. I remember when they originally showed this game, a lot of people were already stating that this is likely going to be a situation where Sony is going to sue them. And sure enough, this has actually happened. So we'll see what happens. Let me know what you guys think about this lawsuit. Do you think that Sony is in the right for suing them? Or do you think that these games don't look anything alike? Let me know down below. Now, next we're going to be talking about Horizon. We got an update on Horizon and the franchise and how much it's sold. And you'll be surprised to hear that it has sold over 38 million units worldwide. And this was actually revealed as part of Sony's legal assault on Tencent's ripoff of Light of Motarum. And it's interesting to see this, 38 million units worldwide. And if you remember, we last got word of their sales in April of 2023, where they had said they sold 32.7 million units. And this updated number means it's added another 5 million units to its tally in the 2 years since. And since then, we've gotten some PC ports, and we've also got the LEGO Horizon Adventures game. So it's quite interesting to see how much that has grown. So this is a IP that has over 38 million units sold worldwide. And this is substantial, right? Especially for PlayStation. If you guys didn't know, Gran Turismo is over 90 million units. God of War is over 66 million units. Marvel Spider-Man is over 50 million units. And The Last of Us is over 37 million units. So 38 million units is substantial for Sony. And so I think it's interesting when we hear people kind of downplay Horizon and what it is. And then you really look at the popularity of it. And yeah, the franchise is booming, man. It's doing really well. There's a lot of interest in Horizon. So I totally get why Sony is really interested in pushing Horizon to this extent that we see them do. And so for me personally, I'm really excited to hear this news because I want a Horizon 3. I want to see more Horizon games. I wanted them to really go all out and create some amazing projects for us to experience. And so for me personally, this is really exciting news. And so I think that this looks very good for the future of Horizon. So if you like Horizon games, this looks like a big point towards there will be more. And not only with Horizon 3, but with other games that they have in the works for this IP as well, is that online live service one that they plan to do whenever that eventually comes out as well. So really exciting times for the Horizon franchise. Let me know what you guys are thinking about this sales milestone. Do you love the Horizon IP, and are you looking forward to a new entry in the Horizon franchise? Let me know down below. Now, lastly, we're going to be talking about comment of the day, and this comes from @TheSteelers4190, who says exclusives matter and will always matter. First and third party gaming is so much more interesting when they exist. So number one, I do agree that exclusives matter and they will always matter. Obviously, this pushes hardware. If you're trying to sell hardware, the best way to sell that hardware is through exclusive experiences. Look at Nintendo, look at PlayStation with their console and their platform. And it's that simple. Like, it's really just that simple. Exclusive games and experiences will sell hardware. And I think it also does push gaming forward sometimes too. Like, a lot of people like to argue that, oh no, it holds gaming back, you know, letting other people play the game they want on a different box. I get it. But when you create hardware and you cater the game to that hardware, whether it be peripherals, whether it be like the controllers, haptics, and, you know, the sound experience, or whether it just be optimizing it for that platform, you will always get a better experience there than if you have this team produce a game that's supposed to be optimized for multiple platforms, plus all the specs and configurations that you have on PC. So I do think that it does make gaming better in some ways, and for that, I definitely agree with you. It seems like the future is going to be more timed exclusives than like true born exclusives, maybe outside of Nintendo. If that's the case, I do wonder how that pivots and shifts the industry. We've seen that that's started already. And so with Xbox going into a PC hybrid and PC games being playable on Xbox, it's going to be just a case of timed PlayStation experiences that eventually come to PC and inevitably the Xbox platform. But let me know what you guys think about exclusives. Do they matter? Will they always matter? And how do you feel about the quality of them versus, say, just a third-party game? Let me know down below. As always, if you guys enjoyed the video, please hit that like button, subscribe to help us grow to the 20,000 milestone that we are trying to get to by the end of the year, and share the video to help grow our community. I really do appreciate everyone who does those things. It really pushes the channel forward and gets us a lot further. I thank you all for watching. Take care.